So this morning I asked this question: should Mr. Putin come to the state funeral of Mr. Abe to be held in September? I think so. It would be a really great opportunity to bring about any substantial changes to what's happening in the world today. And this war between Russia and Ukraine is really terrible. It's against humanitarian principles, and Mr. Putin should really stop the war as soon as possible. And a peace should be accomplished. Too many lives have been lost, and too many lives have been disrupted. So, this is a situation which we can really accept from the human point of view. Of course, Western nations, including Japan, are totally against what Mr. Putin is doing, and the thinkings behind that. But this is a state funeral of a statesman who was Prime Minister of Japan for more than 8 years. And this is a really precious opportunity for Mr. Putin to come and maybe have a face-to-face meeting with world leaders, including Mr. Biden and the new UK Prime Minister and the Chancellor of Germany, and of course the Prime Minister of Japan, Mr. Kishida. In Japan, there's this social custom in which funerals are treated as special occasions, separate from ordinary carryings of the society. So even if you are in a confrontation with somebody, when it comes to matters such as paying respect to the deceased, it is quite another matter. So that, I think, is a really great spirit of Nagomi. And Nagomi is a Japanese word for balance and harmony and so on. And it is really delicate act of trying to establish a coexisting ecological niche, if you like, for seemingly opposite and incompatible entities. In this case, the ideas of Mr. Putin and the ideas of the rest of the world. And President Xi Jinping is not expected to come to Japan at the time, but I do hope that world leaders would be able to come to Japan maybe at a short notice, because these things can be changed. I mean, the schedules of politicians, of course, it's quite occupied. But when it comes to such important matters, I think it is always possible to be flexible. And it is about the question of priorities. And there, I think, is a really great priority for Mr. Putin to come to Japan at this time. Of course, it is arguably difficult for the Japanese government to accept Mr. Putin. And there will be technical difficulties, including security and so on, protocols. But this is something that is worth trying. So at this moment, I do feel that it will be difficult probably for Mr. Putin to come to Tokyo at the end of September. But as a possibility for international affairs, I think this should be a genuinely significant opportunity for Japan, Russia, US, China, and the rest of the world to achieve something that would save the lives of millions of people. And if this occasion could be used for that kind of purpose, then I think Mr. Abe would be smiling from where he is right now.